up? What's up? What's up? What's
Monday,
up?
Monday.
Monday. How
It's
you
been a
been?
couple. It's been a couple Mondays since a Fun Day Monday, bro.
I'm telling you what, it's been a couple fun day Mondays without fun day Mondays. What's up, Miss Miranda? Good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for popping on, man. It feels like it's been a minute. I don't know about you, but holy shit.
Yeah, we missed the last two Mondays, one for Christmas and one for New Year's. So
That's right. So yeah, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, everybody. Happy freaking New Year. Hope
hopefully your
everybody's
New Year's off to a fantastic start.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. I tell you what, it was, I'm not going to lie, bro. It was nice to have a couple week kind of, what's up, UConn? Good to see you, boss. No, nice to have a couple of weeks off. I know I did kind of miss it a little bit. I ain't going to lie, but, it can get a little taxing every Monday and just doing the grind and all that. What's up, Sweet Pea?
Yeah, I caught myself a couple times checking. It's like, oh crap, do I got a show together? I was like, oh, I don't need to.
Yeah, and those that don't know, my homie over here is the genius behind getting everything set up and all that stuff. So yeah, it's like a frantic Saturday night. Shit, who we having on the show? And it's like, wait a second, we're off. It's good.
Of course.
So man, how you been? What's been going on? What's up, Steve? Good to see you.
Man, it's just been good. We had a good holiday. Christmas went well. Got to hang out with some family and, ate 3 or 4 great giant meals, set up like a fat duck. Got
Right
to
on.
spend Christmas evening with Big Stinky. He came over and hung out with the fam on Christmas. And
Awesome. And Miss Page was in town from college as well, I think, right?
yeah, she was in town for a couple weeks. She just went back last Friday back to school. She started a new job Monday morning, so she wanted to be all there and ready and raring to go.
Refreshed and ready. Right on. Right on.
New Year's was well. Miss Meg was out of town with her mother, so hung out here. I went and grabbed my brother Big Stinky. He's my cohort. So
Right on.
we just kind of hung around the house and had a good time and listened to music. And hell, I think we were in bed way before midnight.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. No, we actually saw the ball drop on my end. My daughter had a couple friends over. My son had his friend over. And yeah, we were working on my shop. I got some pictures here. Been working on the stash shed. But yeah, I think it was about 2 o'clock in the morning on New Year's Eve. And we finally packed it up, called it a night. But actually, I think that's probably the latest I've stayed up on a New Year's Eve for a hot minute. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, man, we had a good little shindig, and we just looked at each other like, "Are you ready? Oh, yeah, let's just go to bed, dude." And then we live out in the middle of nowhere, and then midnight woke up to gunfire, obviously.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Well, I thought about blowing a couple rounds off in the 12 gauge, but my new neighborhood, I think people would have been freaking out. It's just like, well, let's just not cause a disturbance. You know what I mean? We'll keep it chill. We'll pop one of those little confetti, little fun thing, little party popper deals, and call it good. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. No, it was a good time on my end. Spent time with the kiddos and my folks. Kept it kind of chill, nothing too wild and extravagant, but did get some work done on the old stash shop, man. As you know, everybody who follows along on a regular, I've been building some walls around my indoor garden. But yeah, started getting some paint. We're redoing some shit, repainting. Look at that.
Look at that. Tables all painted.
Got some paint. Got putting some new hardware on the shelving units and such. But yeah, been hard at work at that. Yeah, as if there's nothing else going on. But yeah, so that's been kind of fun. Man,
Coming along well, man. It looks good.
What's up, Lonnie? Good to see you. Appreciate you joining. But yeah, I tell you what, I'm not looking forward to January just in general. It's kind of like my girlfriend and I kind of like, what's up, Kyle? It's kind of like a fuck you January kind of situation. I'm on the road every week this month, it seems like. Literally.
Yeah, you're gonna be the title of that song. I've been everywhere, man.
Oh my God. So yeah, so last week, this was me right here. Yeah, January 2nd, I'm on the road. Look at there, Viva Las fucking Vegas.
Viva Las Vegas.
Yeah, so I had to go out to Vegas for a work kind of deal, which was kind of cool because I got honored with a special award, which I don't know. It was very touching, very meaningful. It's kind of nice, you know what I mean? You get recognized, which, you know what? I don't live for attaboys. I like giving props to others, so I don't need it, but it was kind of fun. But
It's nice to get a little pat on the back, let you know you're doing a good job.
it's nice. It's not warranted for me. I'm not that type of person, but it was kind of touching, kind of moving.
Well, now you're officially award winning, so
I'm glad I won an award. You know what I mean? It's nice to get a special award. But I tell you what was cool. So we were staying at the Resorts World or whatever, and it's pretty nice. Let me just say this: at Vegas, it's been 20 plus years since I've been there. I don't want to date myself too much, but long gone are the days of 99-cent T-bones and free beer and that kind of shit. I mean, it's like $10 a pop, and yeah, bring your wallet because dinner's going to cost you. You know what I mean? But nonetheless, so I'm in the elevator and I see this sign. Look at there, Luke Bryan. Luke Bryan is playing at the hotel. Well, I'll be damned if our Wednesday session wrapped up and I'm racing downstairs. I got like an hour to get ready before the next whatever. So I run downstairs to have a smoke and grab a beer. And would you believe this? Look at this. Boom.
Look at that. Award-winning stash and Luke Bryan all in the same photo.
Yeah. So I'm sitting there and, you know, I love all genres of music. And I'm like, I know that face. I've seen his face in the elevator. Anyway, so I'm
You're
sitting
the elevator
there.
face guy.
Yeah, I'm trying to choke down a smoke and order a couple cold beers. And I hear these two ladies beside me like, oh my God, it's my birthday. It's my birthday. Can I get a picture? Just, you know, they're all like, I'm like, why does he look familiar? And I'm like, holy fuck, that's Luke Bryan. So anyway, he was walking back over. He was sitting with his crew having a cigar and, you know, having a cocktail. And he's walking by and I'm like, I got my phone. I'm like, hey, bro, do you mind? And he's like, that's a great fucking stash, bro. I'm like, yeah. So anyway, I thought that was just
Here's 2 business cards and a sticker.
Right. Yeah. I wish I'd have had a Beard Mob sticker or a business card to give him. But I was like, well, that's kind of cool as fuck. Not every day do you get to run into a celebrity like that. So no, that was pretty cool. Pretty cool. It was
That's super cool.
Yeah, definitely worth the price of admission. And then, you know what I mean? I wake up. Get to the end of the week. What's up, Thad? Good to see you, man. Yeah, the end of the week, and then hop on a plane this morning for in case you don't recognize it. There's New York. So yeah, from one coast to the other, man. Yeah. So coming to you live from Greenville, not Greenville. If you're one of the locals, it's Greenville, right? It's like if you're from Kentucky, Louisville, it's not Louisville or Louisville, it's Louisville, right? So yeah, here I sit all brokenhearted in Greenville, North Carolina.
Well, I'm glad you're broadcasting from Greenville because I would hate to have to do the show by myself.
Well, yeah, I don't blame you, brother. And I couldn't let you do that. So fortunately, and of course I leave my iPad at home. This morning you know what I mean? I'm trying to make sure I got everything last night, and sure as shit, I get to the hotel and I'm like, son of a bitch, my iPad's still sitting at the house, plugged in and charging. I guarantee it's at 100% right now. But yeah, it took me a minute.
Fully charged and ready to go.
Yeah, so it took me a minute to try to figure out how to get everything converted over here, but yeah, we'll make it work. But nonetheless, man, I'm ready for a fun day Monday. It's been a couple weeks. Missed y'all. I've missed you, homie.
Definitely missing you, man. So this weekend, I and Storm and her significant other and children and Miss Meg all went to Murfreesboro for Bearding for Autism this weekend.
Right
Talk
on.
about a good time, man. We had fun. Talked to Scott on the phone a little bit ago. I think he said they had 44 contestants. So kudos to Beard Mob Tennessee.
Right on.
Successful beard competition.
Nice job. Nice job.
Got to see some of my peoples. I think you might know that guy.
Look at that, Mr. Orton. Right
Sasquatch
on.
himself. If you don't get a big Sasquatch hug, you're missing out.
Sweet. That's sweet.
But yeah, I got to meet a couple people. I got to meet Kevin Henderson from Beard Mob Tennessee down there.
Right on. Nice. Nice.
And we managed to bring home some hardware.
Hell yeah.
Look at those trophies, man. Aren't they so cool?
Those are pretty cool. And I tell you, Scott and Beard Mob Tennessee had some pretty awesome merch as well.
Yeah,
I wasn't able to be there in person, but I did. I did pick up a merch pack with some stickers and the bracelet and such. No, they did a good job. They did a good job. So hopefully they hit some good totals for a great cause.
he's waiting on a couple other totals to come in, and then he said he'd be announcing in the next couple of days. So that's cool. Hope they did well.
Nice.
Yeah, Miss Storm ended up taking first in Whiskerina. She came out hard with this autism awareness with all the braided locks and hair extensions. Right. Those little felt puzzle pieces kind of screwed in there around. And
well, just hold on, put that picture back up there, because I'm thinking that's our brother from another mother, Mr. Danny Yukon Purdy. Ho!
Ho! Hey, speaking of that, we're going to have an auction soon.
Yeah?
I have a one-of-a-kind Yukon item in my possession.
I think I may have saw a picture of that, but no, it's a great cause, and I hate the fact that I missed it. But the fact that Yukon was emceeing was even more like
yeah. Happy to see that, brother, for sure.
No, that's whoop ass. Nice job, Yukon. I've heard some good stuff.
Yeah, man, he done a great job. It was, I think, his first time emceeing, and
that's killed it. That's awesome. I tell you what, I think that would be fun. I think it would be fun to MC a comp. I'm not gonna lie, man. And be honest with you, I think it'd be cool if you and I both could do it like simultaneously, like at the same. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
that'd be
co-MC.
Yeah, just throwing it out there. Anybody has a competition coming up and needs a couple fugly people to do some MCing, we might be
tall people. We're there.
I don't know.
I agree, Chicken Wing. Yukon is a pretty awesome person.
He is. He's an amazing dude. He's an amazing dude. Amazing brother.
So I tell you what, our next guest was a judge this weekend at Bearding for Autism. She's got some cool stuff coming up. You want to talk to her about it?
Let's do it. That's a great segue, man. Going from first judging, I think it's first judging opportunity. Let's pull her on. Talk about what we got going on.
All right. Without further ado, here's Miss Jen Parks. How are you this evening, Jen?
Wonderful. How are y'all?
What's up, Jen? Good to see you, girl.
Good to see you too.
How you been? It's been a minute since I've seen you in person.
It has. I've been good. We moved. Life's hectic. It's just, life. I'm good.
Life and can be hectic for sure. But as long as you're able to be doing good, that's all that matters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right on. Well, so
she got to judge these glorious chops this weekend. Can you believe that?
That was a lot of fun. First time judging.
Right on. So that was your first time judging, yeah?
It was, yeah.
Awesome. What'd you think about that?
It was a lot of fun. I'm thankful I had Andrew Orton up there with me to help talk me through how to judge and everything. He's kind of an old pro at it, so he was very helpful.
It can be a little daunting. It can be a little daunting trying to.
Especially with the big categories, that's when it gets tricky.
Oh yeah.
Yep. It's always easy when you get like 3 people in the category, but then you've got 20 people in the 8 to 12 full beard. Yeah, it's like.
Yeah, it gets to be a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
It's fun though. I want to do it again.
There you go. Once it starts, it keeps going normally. So be prepared.
Yeah, be careful. Be careful what you ask for, right? So Jen, talk a little bit about what you got coming up here. What's your
We are I am going to raise money for our local animal shelter. And if I raise $1,500, I'm going to shave my head. All this beautiful purple and black hair is going to go away. I've seen a lot of charity things where guys shave their beard or shave chops or shave off their mustache, and that's great. And I love raising money for charity, but I thought, I can do this differently. I love my hair. I've done about every color under the rainbow at this point. Dye my hair all the time. And I thought, well, let's do something different. And for charity, I'm going to shave my head if we raise $1,500.
Well, Dan.
Hell yeah.
Well, I
That's a
have
lot of hair. Are you going to save it and make a beard out of it?
Yes, we were talking about that Saturday night. Yes, I am going to save it. So one day you will see a black and purple beard.
Right on. Well, I know I haven't known you very long, but I think I've seen your hair quite a few different colors.
Several different colors. Yeah. It doesn't stay one color for long.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome. What made you think about doing this? I mean, are you like just an animal lover at heart, or what's
Yeah, for sure. We've worked with our local animal shelter a couple times. We did a donation drive for them and got up some stuff they need. The women who run our local shelter are absolutely fantastic. We've worked with them several times. They had an event. We made a raffle basket with Bearded Centers merch and stuff. They raised quite a bit of money off of that, which I was kind of surprised. But they are just really fantastic people. We live in a really small community, and unfortunately, the shelter is overrun with people who dump dogs and cats and stuff on little back roads in these small towns. And they really need a lot of help. And with the funding, they're going to do some maintenance work on the dog kennels and stuff and make more room to be able to help more animals.
Okay. Well, and I would agree with you that I think, I mean, we certainly do work with food shelters and all that good stuff, but animal shelters, I mean, they need some love too, right?
Yeah, for sure.
They're usually not at the top of the list of a lot of organizations we think to help support and give to. So, kudos for keeping the fur babies at the front of the pack, so to speak.
Yeah. They're the women who run it. They're really fantastic. They've worked with us on several things, and it's just animals really mean a lot to us. We don't have dogs and cats. We have turtles and fish and lizards. And at the animal shelter, in like their little front room, they have a little odd animal sections of animals they've saved, like birds and turtles and stuff. And so it's not just dogs and cats, but the money being raised will help lots of different animals find homes and get care. And
a lot of people don't realize the amount of exotic pets that ends up in shelters either. I worked for a 501c3 reptile rescue for a lot of years, and we worked with the shelters because people drop off snakes and lizards, and they're just not really equipped to handle those kinds of things, so they have to find fosters and stuff. So something you don't think about.
Yeah, it's not always just dogs and cats.
So what are the deadlines and the details around this? I mean, how long are you running, or how long are you trying to raise money for?
I'd like to do it as soon as possible, but I don't have like a set date in mind. When we raise the funds, we are going to go to the shelter and go live from there. And the women at the shelter are going to help shake my head.
Okay. Now, are they dog groomers?
I don't know.
Be careful what you ask for.
Being done by a professional.
Yeah. You if you're looking for some type of style other than just like G.I. Jane, like
just bald. Anybody can just do that.
No, I had to give you a hard time, Jen. You know me.
I don't mind.
So how do people reach out and support this endeavor?
Okay, there's a post pinned to the top of my Facebook page and the Bearded Centers of North Georgia page, but you can donate to PayPal at beardedcentersnga@gmail.com, and that link is top of my page and the Bearded Centers of North Georgia page.
It'll be shared to the Bearded Business page as well.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Awesome.
We've raised $200 so far, so still need $1,300. Any little bit helps. Donate $1, $5. It doesn't have to be a big amount.
Yeah,
it'll add up.
Yeah, I would say donate $1,300. It's
right? I don't actually.
Right? Why stop at $1? For God's sakes! I mean, if you got one, you got two.
I'll drive over there tonight. I'm sorry. It's okay. A child interrupting.
No, you're fine.
No worries.
I have a cat in my lap. Kind of the same.
Yeah. Hang out with you. You can hang out. Say hey.
Little man.
What's up, little man?
Got to see you this weekend.
Good to see you, Angie.
Hey, Mr. Ron. He's
Your
upset.
jammies almost match my jammies.
His tablet died, so he's upset.
I hate it when that happens
Oh.
too. Yeah, it's sad. It is a sad.
Statches is fully charged right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, at least you have your tablet. Mine is in Indiana, and I'm in North Carolina. So
Oh, that's not good. You want to say hi?
Jen, I think what you're doing is wonderful. I love seeing a unique idea. I love these challenge posts too. I bet I know who that is.
Yeah. All right. Go play with your sister.
Can I watch her play with her?
Yes. Go share her tablet.
Yes, you do, Mr. Kevin.
good to see you, Kevin.
Yeah. Hey, Kevin. It was nice to meet you this weekend.
Definitely good. He missed it. I showed his picture earlier and he missed it. Just since I know he's on, I'm showing it again.
Yeah.
What did I say? Yeah, might as well. Look at that.
Mom. But
I hadn't met him before.
Jen, I hate to see you leave your hair, but I hope to see you bald.
Yay. Me too.
Yep. Be a full Demi Moore kind of deal from G.I. Jane. Yep.
For sure.
There you go.
Awesome. Awesome. No, good stuff. No, I love what you're doing. You guys are always trying to be creative and think of ways to do good shit. And
Yeah,
I
what we do.
appreciate that. Respect the hell out of it. So
Okay.
y'all need to go check out Jen. It's pinned at the top of her page, as she mentioned, and Bearded Senators North Georgia. But I think it was Bearded Senators NGA at
Mhm.
gmail.com for the PayPal.
Look at that memory.
Well, yeah, I do have a decent memory. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie.
I
Sometimes.
do. I
Sometimes.
forget shit. all the time. Jen, we love you guys. Tell Kevin we said hey. I know he's at work.
I will. Yeah,
We
he's at
can't
work.
wait. I hope you have a very successful campaign. Thank you for spending some time with us on a Monday.
Thank y'all for having me on.
Yes.
I hope you have
no,
a great evening.
Yes.
What'd you say, Stan?
I said no, thank you. Yes. It's great to have you on. It's good to see you.
It was good to see you too. Can't wait to hug you in
I
person at whatever
Yes.
we're going to end up together at.
Sometime soon. Sometime soon, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All
All
right.
right. Take care, Jen.
Thank y'all.
Love y'all.
Love you.
Love you.
Hell
That's
yeah,
awesome.
man.
Man, I tell you what, that's ballsy.
Maybe I
Shaving
should
your head.
shave my head, maybe.
Man, it would take like 2 seconds and you're shaved. You're good. You're good. Now I'm not gonna lie. I've donated hair like 6 times for Locks for Love. But I know, but it's not. It's tough, man. It's tough. Just go all out. Get it.
Just do it. That's
Just
all.
do it.
And I love the fact, there's 3 things, kids, veterans, and animals I can always get behind, Just about
I agree.
anything that's involving I can get behind. So I love that they're working with the local shelter, keeping it in the community. Better in where you live, betters the world. Never forget that.
No. Well said. Well said.
I just made that up.
I dig it. I
Write
dig
that
it.
down.
I don't have a pen. Well,
It's
Yeah,
a recorded show. We're fine.
it's over there. It's on the other side of this hotel room. Hey, so how about this? I say we throw up an intro and pull on some other great people doing some good shit on the other side of the country. What do you
Yeah,
know that?
and we're going to cover 2 of the 3 things. We're going to cover animals and veterans.
Doesn't get much better than that. Let's
Roll
do
that
it.
intro, brother.
It's been too long since we've seen that. It cracks me
I know.
up every time.
You mean you didn't go back last 2 weeks and watch it?
No, I didn't, man. I'm not that cool. Yeah, I mean,
Me neither.
good things come to those who wait.
Yes, sir.
All right, so yeah, jumping into the next little piece here. We've got the Arizona Desert Beard Battle, and we've got some folks coming on to talk about that. I think it's his third year, but let's not dive too much into it. We can pull on. What's up, Jacob? We could pull on Miss Emily and Ray and Javier from the event and go from there. How about that?
Look, we got a screen full of friends.
What's up?
Hi, guys.
How you doing? How you doing? It's good to
I'm-
see you all.
I'm not sitting on the floor this time. I'm actually sitting in a chair.
Holy
But
smokes!
you were so comfortable last time.
She's moving up.
I'm glad to see you change it up, Emily. That's awesome.
I know.
Keep it
I'm
fresh.
I'm all fancy now.
So is it the chair? Would that be like a chair gremlin, or is that just or whatever it was? It the floor gremlin or
Floor gremlin.
no? I'm glad you're in a chair.
I know. My legs are too.
I bet. Yeah, I can't do sitting on the floor. My feet go sleep in about like 2 seconds. So what's yeah, 300 right on. Look at there, bumped up $100. Right on. Good job. Go check out
Great job.
go check it out. So Emily, I don't know if you want to tell us a little bit about who you are and introduce these gentlemen, or we can jump in, or however. We're easy peasy. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and what's coming up, and then who we got on here? If I can put you on the spot.
So I'm Emily, known in the bearding community as White Claw, and it's because I can't stand White Claws.
No, that's not true. It's not true. It's because she gets Christmas cards from White Claw every year about the copious amounts of whatever the hell that is that she drinks.
Exactly. So about 4 years ago, I started a beard comp. The first year we did it for what is it called? Pop. I think it's pop. Prostate. It was for prostate cancer awareness. And then the next year I actually met Ray. I was helping with a Bearded Villains event, and the Diving Devil Dogs unconditionally, instantly said yes, they would donate for the Phoenix Children's Hospital, and instantly decided that the Diving Devil Dogs is who I wanted to work with as a charity. And so the next year I reached out to them, asked them if they'd be willing to work with me on a beard competition. They said yes, and the rest is kind of history. We're in our third year now doing the beard comp. The first year was live, the second year was online, and then this year, February 24th, we're going to be doing it at a place called Dylan's at Western Trails, and it's Kansas City barbecue. Here in the Phoenix Valley.
In Arizona? Wait a second. You got Kansas City barbecue in Arizona?
Yeah, right? It's Kansas City barbecue.
It's Kansas
And,
City. barbecue.
What?
It is.
Yeah. And so the venue is amazing. They have bull riding, they have team roping. It's a huge venue. This year, we're actually doing the Desert Beard Battle and Bike Show. So we're going to have a bike show along with it. And all of a sudden, it started snowballing in a very good way. So we're going to have the beard competition. We're going to have a bike show. They are going to have team roping going that day.
Oh, wow.
They have a petting zoo for the kids. It's 100% a family-friendly venue.
Nice.
We're also going to have some battlers there. Ray reached out to his friend that has they actually do the fighting with the swords and like the Renaissance fighting. Ray can talk a little bit more about that, but we're going to have a demonstration there that day. So It's going to be a really amazing event. We have vendors coming, raffle prizes. It's going to be it's going to be quite the event. It's not going to be your normal beard comp whatsoever, but
Sounds like a full day of fun.
Yeah, no
it
doubt.
is. I actually set a time frame of 2 to 6, and I'm like, this probably should be like a 2-day festival. They have Dylan's has a really big following here in the Valley, so we're going to have a lot of their normal daily people coming in. They're going to have live music, and one thing is that the community loves the Diving Devil Dogs, and so we have like I said, our community is really backing them up, and I'm so excited for this. But I will actually let Ray and Javier talk a little bit more about their organization and what they do for our community.
Well, I'm not going to lie. It does sound like a 2-day festival. You've got PBR for the professional bull riding. You've got a bike show. You've got Renaissance Fair. You got a beard comp. And you've got Kansas City barbecue in Arizona. By God. I mean, it's holy
Next
smoke.
year, maybe.
Who's got to drive the barbecue all the way down from Kansas is what who's the guy who's got to drive it all the way there?
My goodness. I mean, I don't know what else you could plug into that, but holy shit. That's a
I know.
lineup. That's a lineup.
Well, it is. And we actually, Holiday Inn is on board. One thing here in Phoenix is we've got, or in our county, we've got the spring training. And, I decided it was a good idea to pick the weekend of the first spring training games. And so they're all starting that weekend. And our hotels were like $500, $600, $700 a night.
Yeah.
And so Holiday Inn in Glendale, which is about 25 minutes from the venue, we talked to them. They reached out. They're giving us massive discounts on rooms.
Nice.
And they've become one of our sponsors. So we are like so grateful for them, because we literally would have been priced out of the hotel market for this comp. And so I was a little bit worried, and they're like, no, this is what we're going to do because we love our veterans. We think you have an amazing project going on. And so they're giving us huge, like probably, I don't know, 75% off the room rates.
That's
awesome.
impressive. Holy shit.
Yeah. And so we couldn't believe it. I actually left very emotional, and these two know.
No, you.
Man, those responses say it
I
all.
literally,
I'm telling you what. I'm telling you what. I need a
I can't
screenshot. I need a
remember.
screenshot of both of those responses. They're both like,
yeah, I seriously, I can't be around these two and not cry. I don't know why, but that's what happens. And so we actually have something very special that's going on that day that it's going to be live. I don't think we want to discuss it because it's going to be just specifically for the event. And Ray told me, and I started crying. And so we just have an amazing day, a very special day plan. It's all about our veterans. It's all about what Ray and Javier do for the veteran and military community. And that's how we want to celebrate it. It's 100% for them, and it's their day. And so that's exactly how I want it to be.
I love it. I love it. Well, yeah, let's hear about it, Ray, Javier. And first of all, let me first say thank you for your service. Much appreciation, mad respect.
Absolutely.
No problem.
It was my pleasure.
So I guess, Ray, you want to jump in? Tell us a little bit about, I see you, the president of Diving Devil Dogs. Tell us who you are and what the Diving Devil Dogs are all about.
All right. Well, my name's Ray Bennett. I'm a disabled veteran out of the United States Marine Corps. Javi and I, we've known each other for quite a while, but at first we didn't talk too much. Veterans a lot of them do talk, but a lot of them don't talk at the same time. So I kind of knew him for a while. Knew he scuba dived a lot. I went through a lot of different issues with myself for my mental health and all that stuff. So that's why I kind of stayed quiet most of the time and just hid away from everybody and dealt with my own issues on my own. But Javi and I got back together later on in life. My former wife, she passed away a couple years ago, but she had a lot of anxiety and PTSD stuff. So she saw Javi's Facebook one day, and he was out scuba diving, and it prompted her to ask, why don't I do that? Something like that. And I said, well, I don't go out and I don't do anything really. So she got up enough cojones to say, well, I want to try that, knowing that I would go and bring her. I contacted Javi again, and it got me back in the water. And I had scuba dive when I was younger, nothing where I was certified, but I did enjoy it a long time ago. And then once I got in the water, it all came back to me, and I loved it. So I went on and got my scuba certification. Through that, me and Javi just started talking more, and we ended up at the Lake Pleasant one day, and we did one dive, and I came up out of the water, and we're doing our surface interval in between dives. We were going to go back down in about half an hour. We're just basically taking a break, and then Javi was like looking at me and giving me a rough time, like, dude, what the hell's wrong with you? He's just he's egging me on, which I thought. So I was getting kind of angry at him, and I said, I don't know what's up. And he said, dude, you're talking, you're laughing, you're smiling. What's up? And I said, well, what's up is I'm out here with veterans. I'm out in the open. I don't have to worry about what I say. I don't have to worry about what I do. I'm just accepted, right? I can feel and say whatever I felt, whatever I wanted to. And just understanding and realizing that at that moment, we knew we had something that was pretty good. So we discussed maybe opening up scuba dive trips to other veterans, just to go out to the lake or wherever and meet up with them and do that. So the only way I knew how to do it was maybe put up a Facebook page, and that way we can have events and all that. And what are you laughing at, huh? What?
It started off as we were going to have a little Facebook group, and this turned out to be like, Javi, I need your credit card to get an ITN number. And I was like, what the hell's a fucking ITN number? And he's like, we got a 501c3 and we need an ITN number. I'm like, what in the hell are you doing? So we're like, what kind of name are we going to have? And he's like, well, we're in Arizona. We're Devil Dogs and we're diving. So let's call ourselves Diving Devil Dogs. And ever since then, we started Diving Devil Dogs. But to add on to the story, when he got out of the water, I've known Ray. By that time, I'd known him for a few years, and very stoic, very quiet, he could scare you with a stare, and he comes out of the water, and I'm the talker, right? Emily can tell you I talk, and I'll talk your ear off. And he was doing all the talking, and I says, Ray, and he's like, what? Why don't you shut the fuck up already? And he looks at me like, what are you talking about? I says, you had not stopped talking since the moment you took that fucking regulator out of your mouth. And he's like, well, now you know how it feels. And I was like, touche. So, a little bit about me. I was in special operations in the Marine Corps. So one of my specialties was scuba diving. So I've been a combat diver. I did 8 years in the Marine Corps as a reconnaissance Marine, which is a special operations guy. And I've been diving for over 30 years. And at the time, I was a dive master. So we decided, hey, let's do this. Let's see where it takes us. And We started doing a few events here and there. We partnered up with a local dive shop because we like to keep everything local. And we started working with them, and they were very helpful with us and did a lot for us. And we wound up pairing up with the Pat Tillman Foundation at Arizona State University. We did a lot of things with a lot of other people. Then when COVID hit, that one event he was talking about, we had over 4,500 people that showed up. We had given a car away. We had a pretty huge venue. Wow. And at the same time that we were doing that, I was in Arizona State University putting 50 students in the water because they wanted to start their own club at the school of nothing but veterans so they can have an outlet for them to talk. And while I was doing that, he was doing the other event. By the time I left and got over there, it was kind of dwindling down. And then maybe 6 months later, like we were planning our next big event, and this was going to be even bigger than the one we were at. And then COVID hit, and the rest was like history until this COVID stuff came out. We ran into Emily, and she's been awesome. I've been telling Ray, says we need to bring Emily on board because, she's a go-getter. Me and Ray, being veterans, and we suffer from, mental health issues and stuff like that. It's hard for us to ask, for help.
Sure.
There's a lot of veterans out there that, they don't want to ask for help, but amongst us veterans, we know what's going on. And so we tend to, piece that out. But somebody like Emily, who to me, she's like a pit bull, she goes after anything, and she does really, really well.
It's that claw thing. It's that claw thing. It's that white claw thing. Yep.
Yeah, white claws.
So we brought her on board, and we've been nothing but, helpful. Like, hell, her freaking last name's Diver. So, something,
It was meant to be.
Right,
it was meant to be. So right. Another thing we branched off into also, because scuba diving is a real expensive thing to do, and finding pools to get people certified, because you can't just toss them in a murky lake and they're not going to be able to see us do anything. So we need to, find a pool or something like that for us to get people to see what I'm trying to teach them. So, the gear is expensive and stuff. So we decided to branch into a new chapter in our life called Driving Devil Dogs. And what Driving Devil Dogs, what we do is we do overlanding trips. Now, we take veterans out, we go out, and it's kind of the same concept in a sense, except it's a different atmosphere because you don't need to buy expensive stuff. Most people have pickup trucks, 4-wheel drive vehicles, and if they don't, we have plenty of spaces in our trucks. I have a Ram 1500, and I can bring 3 or 4 people with me, put all the gear in the back, and we're good to go. And it serves the same purpose. We're getting them out of their elements. We're getting them amongst other veterans. We get to talk about our issues. We never, ever tell people, hey, it's your turn to, tell us a story or something. We just let it happen. Yeah. I had a good friend that we had that he came out with us, and unbeknownst to us, I didn't know his military background, except that he was a Marine, just like me and Ray was. And he decided to open up and broke down and cried. It makes me emotional because his captain that was out on patrol died in his arms. So, it's just things like that. And, it's to get them to speak out, because if they don't speak out, it's like a ticking time bomb. It stays inside of you until it explodes.
Yeah.
That gentleman that Javi's talking about, I actually met at the VA. I was in line to get my blood drawn. I had my Diving Devil Dog shirt on, and he just saw the EGA on my left sleeve. So he turned around and said, "Hey, what's up, Devil Dog?" I said, "How's it going?" He goes, "Hey, do you have a second to talk?" And I said, yeah, no problem. After we get the blood done, just, wait around for me. We ended up talking for about 10, 15 minutes in the parking lot, and he was ready. He needed some outlet. So I gave him a shirt, gave him some stickers, gave him our number, and we stayed in contact, and we just let it happen. It took a while for Javi. Once he got him out, that was probably a year after I initially met him. He helped me do some moves when I moved up north. I had some time with him. He just wasn't ready. So that's the whole philosophy of the organization, is we don't force anything. I don't sit there and talk to the other vets about my problems. We talk about, local events. We talk about, work. We talk about whatever's going on in their life. And then eventually, if they want to, then they can talk. If they don't want to, it's not a problem. Because it might not be me. It might not be Javi. It might be another vet that we brought in, 6 months ago, who wanted to go out and do an event. And next thing, those two guys are sitting there talking, in the woods, where we brought them out overlanding away from us, because we give them the outlet where they're going to feel comfortable talking to who they want to talk to.
Give it time and let that open up when it needs to happen and when it should happen, when it's meant to be, right? But it's in an environment where everybody's comfortable, right? And you're able to share and open up at that level amongst peers who have been through similar situations, and you're comfortable being able to share at that level. I get it.
And one of the things is that a lot of times these guys, they see our organization, they look us up, they see, oh man, these guys been around for a long time. They expect it to be like AA, we get together and it's like, hi, my name's Javi and I have mental issues. No, it's not like that. It's like, hey, I'm Javi. We're fucking going to go overlanding. We're going to start a fire. We're going to drink some beer. If you want to bring whiskey, bring whiskey. Pick your poison, bring it out. We're just going to have some good food, some good chow. We Oscar Mike out there and we just shoot the shit. And if it happens, it happens. I had another incident where we were out and it was me, an Army guy and another Marine. And it just so happens, it's a full moon. I look up and, doing special operations, we never patrol in full moons. And I just look at the moon and I'm like, damn, this would be a dangerous situation if we were ever out on a patrol, because they could see us a mile away. And then all of a sudden he's like, it reminds me of that time I got ambushed. And I was like, no shit, tell me what happened. And then he told me what happened. Says, we kept telling our lieutenant, it's a bad time to go on a patrol right now because everybody could see us. And sure as shit, maybe 10, 15 minutes into their patrol, they get lit up, and one of his buddies passed away. And he tells me, it's, every time I'm out here. And the crazy thing was, I told him, says, yeah, this kind of reminds me of the desert, because I was in the first Gulf War. And that reminded me so much of that. It kind of puts you in a perspective. Like there's some places I go to and I look at and I just remember, man, this was, this was Malaysia and this was Singapore and this was this place and this was Colombia and holy shit, And so you start seeing all this stuff and it, you don't realize that you have those memories, because I'm an old man. And you don't realize you have those memories and something triggers it. And you're like, holy crap. Sometimes you get, shivers up and down your spine. And, sometimes you get cold. Sometimes you just freeze. It's just, it brings back certain memories from I'm in the military,
For sure. And
I love so many triggers. So many triggers. And, just like the moon. Most people look up at it every day and don't think twice about it, but it had a significance. It was an important event in somebody's life that, it brought out in. And
quarter moon or less. Quarter moon or less is what we patrol. Anything more than quarter moon, half moon, we're pushing it. Because full moon, I mean, you go outside. The next time there's a full moon, go outside, don't turn on a light, and have somebody walk 50 feet away. You can see them clear as day.
But don't need to. Been there, and not from the service, but just way too much time camping as a youngin, but I love the fact that you guys are kind of branching out. It's not just maybe diving's not for everybody, right? Maybe the overland trips, the driving devil dogs. I think really, and maybe I'm putting words in your mouth, but it's really that camaraderie, that sense of fellowship amongst like-minded folks that have dealt with like-minded shit, and an opportunity to be able to open up and feel like there's a brother, a sister on the other side that can relate and be able to kind of release some maybe that pent up stuff. So no, it sounds like such an amazing organization. I'm not a veteran, but I would definitely steer anybody in that area towards your organization.
And the big misconception that sometimes me and Ray, we try and let people know is like it's not just for veterans, because you got to understand. Every single one of us here knows somebody that's a veteran. And every single one of us here knows they've seen that, especially the past 20 years, we've been at war. And I can guarantee you that one of your friends is going to be drinking a beer or doing something, and he's just going to have this glassy eye stared out at a corner or at an exit or at some place, and it's not going to feel comfortable. When you get around other people who's been there, they can give you some insight. They can maybe give you a pointer or two of, how to approach a person, because, it is difficult, even for us veterans. It's difficult for me to approach a guy and say, hey, how you doing? I'm here to help you, because sometimes they'll tell you, go fuck yourself. The difference between us as veterans is I can walk up to a guy, double amputee, and tell him, where'd you lose him at? And they'll look at me like, you served? And I said, fuck yeah, I want to know where you fucking lost them at. And he's like, oh yeah, this and that. He'll tell me, because we have that innate ability of saying, I've seen it happen. I've been there, I've been downrange. I know what the hell is going on, and I'm here for you. And that goes to another story. I was at a gun store buying some magazines, and I saw a double amputee. He happened to be a Marine. And I go up to him and I tell him, says, hey man, where'd you lose him at? My buddy that was with me was also a Marine. We call Pogues. So a Pogue is a person other than a grunt. And since I'm a grunt, Ray's a grunt, that guy was a grunt. We have a different, sense of morbidity to our conversations at times. So I told him, I said, where'd you lose him at? My buddy's like, dude, you can't ask him that. He's like, you're a Pogue, he tells him. He's like, well, yeah, he's like, I was in the SWAT team, and says, yeah, you're still a Pogue. You're not a grunt. And he says, so let me tell you what happened. So we were out on patrol, and for the past month, we were out there looking for IEDs and stuff. And believe it or not, I found one. Oh my God, we started laughing. My buddy's looking at me. He's like, holy shit, what happened? I says, but I have to ask you the question. Did you lose your dick? My buddy just grabs me and he's like, you can't ask him that. And I says, yeah, I can. I says, that's okay, because everybody in my squad, they ran up to me. I'm bleeding, squirting out of my legs. And the first thing they said, Doc, check his dick. Make sure it's still there. And he's like, yeah, it's there. I need to worry about his wounds because he's going to die on us. And then who cares about his dick, And so
he did.
We were just cracking up, and some people overheard our conversations. I walked away, purchased my stuff. I'm walking outside. This lady comes up to me and she's like, how dare you? And I'm like, how dare me? How dare you ask him that and make him think about what if he has a PTSD event? And I'm like, that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
We're here to fucking keep each other in check.
Opposite, yeah.
Yeah, and once he let that go, I went to the store a week later, see how he's doing. He's like, bro, I was pretty down that day until I met you, bro. Gave me a hug. I gave him a card, and I was like, hey, if you ever need anything, just let me know. And he hasn't called me, I wonder how he's doing. But it's little things like that as veterans, we're just not afraid. If you have if it hurts your feeling, ooh, here's the violin, fuck you, then you're just really don't need help. You know, you need fucking somebody to slap you in the ass or something. But you know, that's just my take on it. I'm sorry, you know. I don't know if this is PG-13 thing.
It's all good.
I heard you guys cussing, so I just
That's the reality.
It's a Marine Corps thing.
That's the reality of the conversations that take place, that need to take place, that open people up and realize that, you know what, I'm not on an island. I'm amongst friends and family. So you're good, bro.
I tell people all the time, it says these veterans that commit suicide, 22, veterans a day.
22 a day.
They were in a pressure cooker, okay? And they keep all this bottled in. And the day that they committed suicide was the day that pressure cooker decided to pop. And they couldn't take it anymore. So I look at it like this, is if I approach you and you talk to me about something, I just released that valve and I allowed some of that steam or pressure to come out so that he can realize, like, you know, I don't want to cook this right now. Let's move on to something different because there's more to life.
Get a release.
You need to release. You know, you see a lot of these public speakers, these guys that been there, done that, have, you know, the no legs and arms and alive dates and stuff like that. They can tell you the first thing that they say is, if you don't talk about it, you're going to kill yourself. Is when you start talking about it, once you start releasing that, is when it gets better. You'll see the light at the end of the tunnel. Right now, the tunnel's dark. But once you start talking about it, you'll start coming into the light until finally you leave the tunnel and you feel like, you know what? I was in a bad place. I never want to go there, and I'm just going to continue life.
Yep. Well, I know I respect and appreciate everything you just said, and I think that is exactly the purpose of what you're trying to drive for the Diving Devil Dogs: being an advocate, being a resource, being a friend, a brother. For our fellow veterans. So, man, hats off.
That's what you're talking about earlier about, you know, everybody's not into the diving stuff or even the driving stuff, right? So the biggest thing on these events that we do is bringing other veteran organizations in, or veteran friendly organizations in. And like Emily was talking about, the night fighting group, these are real guys. I mean, they go out and battle. I mean, it's real out Renaissance. They have axes, they have swords, and they go after each other. Their whole goal is to beat the crap out of each other. So Bill, who was our buddy, me and Javi's buddy, he's like a 12-time world champion. So we've got the best of the best coming to this event. Their whole thing was they didn't know how to outreach to the veteran community. So just through talking with Bill, I didn't know that that's something that I just thought he just did it on occasions. I didn't realize that he actually has a school out on the East Valley, and that they're trying to get the veteran community. And that's an amazing thing for vets. I mean, if I was younger and I could get beat up like that, still, I would definitely put on some armor and go after some people. So, you know, that's the huge thing about these events, is we try to give more options for veterans. It doesn't have to be us, but they can come to the event, meet other organizations or other groups that they might find some interest in doing things. I mean, it could be, you know, playing a tuba or something. I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. If I can give them that gateway from my organization and put them in contact with somebody who's actually answered the phone and talk to them and get them engaged, then that's what the whole purpose is.
Absolutely.
And that's part of the mission, just to get veterans involved. It sounds like, just so you're in a safe space with your peers and the camaraderie, to where you can open up and let those emotions and thoughts and feelings out.
I wouldn't call it a safe space, because you're never safe around veterans. So you gotta watch out, you know.
Okay, a sharing space.
Yeah,
Sharing.
no, but I hear what you say. You know, amongst veterans, you know, veterans will reach out to a veteran, especially if they know that you're a veteran and they know you served, and especially if they know what you did, they tend to have more people want to reach out to you and talk to you about things. You know, as a matter of fact, I didn't mention this to Ray, but when we were doing the Pat filming, there was a guy from MARSOC that was over at ASU. He just reached out to me just last Thursday, and he wants to put an event on for us in March. So I'm gonna have him get in contact with the pit bull, White Claw, and maybe put something together and help out, because he's not with Pat Tillman anymore, but he's a special operator like me, and he wants to do something, so that's gonna be cool.
Yeah, it's another thing. It goes back to networking when you're talking about events and getting charities and things going. It's networking, so you can work with other organizations and for the betterment of the same cause. You know what I mean? So that's awesome.
Well,
I unfortunately will not be able to make it to Arizona. I wish I could, because that sounds like one hell of an event.
Yeah, so we're also really quick. We are going to have a live craft battle as well.
Nice.
We have 4 judges: Tisha Klinkenbeard, Shannon Klinkenbeard, Matt Sherwood, and then I haven't released the last one yet, but you're all going to know who he is when I think I'm going to release him tomorrow. But we have an excellent panel of beardos coming. So, and then really quick, do we have a second for me to show one of the trophies?
Let's do it. Some breaking news.
Yeah.
Yes.
Breaking news.
Javier and Ray both know my mom, who is an artist, and she did our trophies last year. Last year we did full size skulls, skulls, with the horns and everything, and she beat it up. Steerhead, thank you. She hand beaded them. She made Ray and Javier a one with the Diving Devil Dog logo on it. And so this year, of course, things not necessarily are bigger in Texas, but we try to make them as big as possible here in Arizona. And so this is one of our trophies.
Holy shit.
Crap.
That is
she is hand beating cowboy boots.
And that is epic.
This one is for we're calling it chrome since we're having a bike show. This is for our silver/chrome category. And it's all been hand beaded by her. And these are actually I can't remember the company, but we had a local rep reach out, and so these were, let's say, partially donated. So we have 18 of these that each first place winner is going to get their own custom mounted cowboy boot.
Wow.
That they can add to their hardware, and they're individually, they're custom. Not each one's going to be completely different. So
that's badass.
That's so cool.
So these are our first place trophies.
No, that's amazing. That's some awesome breaking news. Yeah, if you're in the area on February 24th,
Saturday, February 24th, it's Dylan's at Western Trails in Morristown, Arizona. The hotel information is on our page, Arizona Desert Beer Battle Facebook page. It's got all the information as far as how to get the discount on the rooms. Registration is on there as well. We're taking registration up until probably noon that day for bikes and for beards. Like I said, we'll have the craft battle. What else? I think that's all I can think of right now. Oh, if people want to donate, are you guys laughing at me?
No,
comments. They're laughing at the comments.
Categories.
If I win 2 categories, he wants a left.
No, you know what? I think they're actually all right boots. I think they're all.
Well, and hey, guess what? Chicken Wings got 2 left feet, so he's fucked.
So if anyone wants to donate, the PayPal is at Diving Devil Dogs. Please donate. That's what these guys run on, or donations, and so whatever we can do, I would appreciate it. But their PayPal is at Diving Devil Dogs.
Awesome.
So
Yeah. Donate.
yes.
Or-
Yes. Great.
You can
cause.
check out our
Great cause.
website too. I just redid the website not too long ago, so it's all new. As www.dddus.org. You'll see the links to the events and all that. Yeah.
One more time.
DDD. DDDUS.org.
DDDUS.org. Very good.
Correct.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. No, I appreciate you all. I know we're running a little bit over, but I appreciate you all being on. I appreciate
you guys.
the heartfelt insight of what the genesis was behind Diving Devil Dogs and what you guys are doing. Truly a necessary organization to prop up and lift up our brothers and sisters who've served. So, and again, thank you so much for your service and all that you do for those who have served.
Thank you.
Just a-
Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you
us.
for everything you do and everything you continue to do. Just keep pushing. I wish you guys a successful event. I wish you guys lots of great fundraising and many, 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 many more adventures.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Hey,
Absolutely.
thank you so much, guys.
Thank you
All
for
right.
popping on
Bye,
a Monday.
guys.
Y'all take care.
Bye.
Anytime.
Happy Monday.
Bye, guys. Whew.
Right on,
That
man.
was fun, but deep, man.
Deep for sure. But I mean, I tell you what a great organization. Doing the good shit. Yeah. Hard
Definitely, yeah.
hard shit. Not the easy shit, but the necessary stuff, man. Yeah.
Drudging through the stuff that needs done, and they're the people who can do it. So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And again, I can't express it enough. I appreciate them and their service and everything they do for those who have served. So, man, I say we call that a Monday, fun day Monday, done day.
Monday.
Yeah. Well,
Brother,
I
I
love you.
had missed you. I had missed all of you viewers who stick with us for 46 episodes. Love you. Glad to be back. We'll see you again Monday.
Yeah, y'all be good to each other, be good to your friends and neighbors, and just do good shit. That's what we try to do.
Do good shit. Love
Later,
you all. Have a great
care.
evening.
Be good.